Now, finally, Adam, I want to play you a clip from UFC fighter Jim Miller. There's been lots of focus on UFC great John Jones, particularly after he paid tribute to Donald Trump after his amazing win. But Jim Miller also had the crowd cheering when he said this after his fight.
New York, I got one thing to say first. We need justice for Peanut, right? Like, you know, and it's not just a squirrel. It's all the kids that went hungry that night and all the other things that the money and resources could have been put to. Hopefully that Doge cleans things up down to state level.
Adam, it's incredible to think that Peanut, the squirrel, and the racoon played a role in the US presidential election. Explain to my audience what that was all about.
Yeah, I mean, Peanut was basically a famous online squirrel. And honestly, I wasn't even familiar with Peanut until his killing by the New York State government. Removed from a house where, you know, he was a rescue squirrel, raised. He was basically an indoor squirrel. And the government came in, took him, claimed that he might be dangerous, and ultimately killed him. Meanwhile, leaving, you know, the people who owned him devastated because they loved him. Just like, you know, I love my dog. I would be, you know, traumatized if the government came into my house and euthanized my dog. But it was just a perfect example of government overreach. The amount of force that was used to come in there for a squirrel, different departments, judges signing off on warrants, and all these types of things. You know, it was just utterly ridiculous. And for what reason? Nothing really came from it, and it was stemming from, I believe, from one single complaint. So, you know, Peanut is just an example of government just completely overreaching.
Absolutely. It was something I didn't know about Peanut or the racoon until the government seized them and killed them. But then I saw those videos, and you can see why they had such a following. The videos are beautiful. They were both hand raised, so they were pets. They weren't wild animals. And to have them killed for their own good or for someone's good was just a perfect example of what too much bureaucracy can do. Adam V. Coleman, thank you so much for your time tonight.